Fox. Yeah. Giant Fox, because we have big love for Jebby. He's doing well. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We got, yeah, like I was saying before, we got I had a box of, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty laying around. So, yeah, we're just gonna open it and see if we get better. I think the last one of these boxes I opened, the most expensive card I got was like a regular foil, the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, regular Fable, the Mirror Breaker was the most expensive card. So that was like 20 bucks. And you know how much these cost right now is like 240 or something. This is like the most expensive of the neon of the whatever recent collector. Well, I guess standard set collector's edition. Like if you count like Commander Legends, like the original one, or Double Masters, it's not really the same thing because it's not a standard set. Or like, well, I guess Eldraine is also really expensive, but because nobody bought any, or I don't know, or maybe they just didn't make like any Eldraine, so it was just like that's why that stuff's expensive. But I mean, who really cares about like fancy treatments, right? I mean, who's gonna spend $50,000 on a brainstorm? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like other collector's edition boxes, you can get for like 150 to like 170. Stuff like standard sets of thing. Like, I mean, Commander Legend Baldur's Gate, like, it regularly, you see, like, collector's editions going for, like, um, 130 or something, and that was a 130 or 150. Oh, it's 12. It's like 130 or 150, and then that was, like, the Commander Legend was originally, 300 or something, or 250 to 300. It was like a premium price product, the Baldur's Gate, but it was such a flop of a set that it got cheaper. Let me fix the light too, because it's gonna be important. Anyways, let's start. Uh, what are we hoping to get in here anyways? Here you go. Season of Renewal. Rugged Highlands. Futurist Operative. Cool. I like the design on this card, like, because it's like a 3/4, which isn't like a great stat line, but you can like make it unblockable and then you can untap it, and you untap it after you're supposed to untap it after like blockers are declared, and then you can, also ninjutsu it because it's unblockable, or you can just like untap it and then it, deals 3 damage and it can block still. It's a cool design. Heiko Yamazaki the General. Hails the Master Seshiro. An Island. Aki Ronin. Fearless Samurai. Banga Shigeki. Dokuchi Shadow Walker. Inventive Iteration. Collision of Realms. 6 colorless red. Each player shuffles all creatures they own into their library. Each player shuffles a non-token creature into their library. This way reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card, then puts that card onto the battlefield and the rest onto the bottom of their library in random order. So it's kind of like a board wipe slash you get to chaos warp one of your creatures into another creature. Kind of interesting. Tatsunari all art. Like the frog looks way scarier in this version. The other one, I guess. And then Thundering Raiju, which is standard staple. You ever played like Boros aggro or whatever? Katose, the Silent Spider, has a lot of text on it, but basically it's like exile target when Katose the Silent Spider enters the battlefield. Exile target card other than the basic land card from the opponent's graveyard. Search that player's graveyard, hand, library, and any number of cards of the same name or the card and exile them, and then that player shuffles. For as long as you control Katose, you may play one of the exile cards. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So it's kind of like steal, like it's like hostage takering from your opponent's graveyard, but it also has like a little bit of library hate. And then yeah, token. So that pack was a miss, but it's okay. Combo card. Hey, Ice Prophet, how's it going? Yeah, sorry about the pre-roll. I haven't been running any ads in the middle, so like you get the pre-roll stuff. It's not like the good pre-roll and stuff. It's just ads. Moth Rider Patrol. Yeah, the focus is not like the best here. I mean, not everybody can like recognize cards by art like I can, so I want to make sure you can read it. Shrine Steward, Dockside Chef, Malicious Malfunction, Mono Faces Kakazan, also a standard staple. Forest, Sorry Captain, Selfless Samurai, it's Cool Fox, Silverfur Master, another Silverfur Master, Weaver Harmony. That's kind of cool. It's like enchant. Like I mean, we know this card from also from standard because it's the enchantment deck. Kotori Pilot Prodigy, which I'm guessing this is like also from one of the precon. I think this is from like one of the commander precons also. Like you can get it. I don't remember because it feels like it's from like one of the commander precons, but I don't know. Not like the actual commander card, but it's just in the deck. I mean, in the deck. And Ayo, the Dawn Sky. That is cool. Nice little creature. Probably some. This card has a lot. Does a lot of things, right? It's like get when it dies, get 2 permanents or buff your entire team. I also like the buffs vehicles, so you don't have to like have that weird situation where you have like a bunch of vehicles, but they're like unanimated. So, but like, see if it just said creatures, you would have to like animate your vehicles, get them buffed. But this is right away. I like that design. Ogre head helm. It's game ogre. Oh, look at that! Oh man, foil Odawara. That looks pretty. Check that out. Foil Odawara. Look at it. It looks cool. Probably $2. Yeah, probably. You're probably right, Jebby, because honestly, like these like these collector's edition boxes is like the market is like hella flooded on 20. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I think regular Odawara is like about 10 or something. I don't know. Like I'm talking about regular, but yeah, that's a borderless foil there. That's pretty hot. That's hot. Okay. I think the AO is cool too. I mean, it's probably not worth much, but it's cool. I think it's cool looking. Are any of those dragons actually worth a lot of money? Because I think it's like the last time there was like a dragon that was like worth a lot of money. It was like Goldspan Dragon, Goldspan Dragon, because that was like the thing. No, it's like sorry, I was like looking at the wrapper. I was like, why does it look like it's coming off that way? But no, it's just imagining something. Oh, give me a second. I'm trying to like focus this. I'm gonna change the music a little bit because I think I'm gonna do this right now. Lethal Exploit, Uncharted Haven, Selfless Samurai, Go Shintai of Lost Wisdom, Befriending the Mobs, Womp, Jukai Trainee, Igonjo Exemplar, Coiling Stalker, another Coiling Stalker, Igonjo Uprising, aka, yeah. I felt like this card was always meant to be like a, um, like, it's like an EDH group hug card or something like that, because, like, it gives all your opponents, like, tokens also. It's like one less, but, you know, I don't know. I guess it's like you get to attack first, but then, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like you could cast this as like a 3 mana 2/2 vigilance haste or whatever. It's like menace for a turn, but that's I don't know. There's got to be like some. This is probably like an EDH card, not a 2-player card or whatever. Myojin of Roaring Blades. That's a really expensive creature, like casual 8 mana thing. I mean, like when you say like 8 mana and you go like, oh, it's an 8 mana card, is it an EDH card? Butterfly Man, me. They're like 5-ish normal print, yeah. You can do this in mob rule to steal them all. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I think you gotta go card mob rule to do it Ice Prophet. But yeah, no, I know that I'm familiar with that card. Like I used to play that in like EDH, but I never actually cast it, so it was like it didn't. Yeah, it was like the 6 mana game control of 6 mana sorcery, four double red, gain control. I choose one, gain control of all creatures that have like 3 or less power, or gain control of all creatures with like more than 3 power, or something like that. It's like power based, like what you get or whatever. So it's like fairer than Insurrection, because like Insurrection's like 8 mana, but Insurrection gets everything. Yeah, so like, yeah, 8 mana, 7/4 that has it enters with an indestructible counter if you cast it from your hand, which I think the old Myojin had that same text on it too, and then oh wow, remove an indestructible counter from Myojin of Roaring Blades. It deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets. So they don't use divinity counters on these anymore. I think there's like a combo of like proliferate stuff or other ways to put an indestructible counter, which I think most of the time like indestructible counters like they don't want to have, I don't know. Like there's some like the Domini or whatever from Pyrexia 1, they can get like an indestructible counter. Yeah. Um Ooh, Kami of Transience. Again, standard staple. Standard staple just keeps getting bigger every time you cast an enchantment, and then has recursion possibilities. Another Odawara, not a foil one, but it's borderless, so it's cool. And then foil Invoke the Ancients. I think this is the best one to cast in like limited, is the Invoke the Ancients, because it's 5 mana, 5 mana to make 8/10 of stats, and then you get to choose like abilities to put on them, which is, you know, you can choose whatever you need at the moment, which could be it could be vigilance, reach, or trample. Yeah, and you can, so there you go. Yeah, it was backbreaking limited. They definitely cast a number of it and lost to a number of it. Yeah, yeah, see, that's mob rule, yeah. Alright, let's see. Got Twisted Embrace, Ecologist Terrarium, Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars, Onical Animal, also like cool combo card and constructed if you've ever played Sacrifice decks. Ooh, Behold the Unspeakable, everyone's like favorite card to play in Neon Kamigawa draft and least favorite card to play against. Just so much value. Planes. Seven Tail Mentor. You even see like the can you see Seven Tails on the art? Yeah, I mean see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean I see at least 6 tails on there. There's probably like a hidden one on it. You have to like you have to check for quality assurance to make sure how many tails there are. Peerless Samurai, Futurist Operative, another Futurist Operative. I feel like these packs might just be rigged to have like multiple the same uncommon, but March of Swirling Mist, which is getting play in standard now because of the toxic deck. One with the Kami, three generic, one green, flash enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature or another modified creature you control dies, create X/1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens where X is that creature's power. Okay. Modify payoff. Toru Umazawa. And Teaching the Kirin. Ooh, look at that. Foil Junji. Yeah. I do like that they tried to like capture the essence of the original like Kamigawa dragons, you know, like whether Kokusho kind of looks feels like they tried to capture that thing. So. Yeah, the Hidetsugo. It's going to be in the very last pack, and then I'm gonna post it on YouTube, and then it's gonna be like, wow. No, no, ingenuity. You don't open these to make money. You just do it for the entertainment value. You never open collector's boosters for like the value. It's terrible. Might as well just might as well just like call up the casino and say like I'd like to gamble $250 on red. It's just cameo safekeeping. I mean that gets played in standard and even modern and stuff. Automated Artificer, Okiba Salvage, Gravelighter, the Shattered States era, Swamp, Nezumi Blade Blesser, Seven Tail Mentor, Dokuchi Shadow Walker. It's the same one. Mukotai Soul Ripper. Cyberdrive Awakener. I mean, this is like a card people talk about all the time in like EDH, or maybe that was just Murphykins was really excited about it. I feel like he was really excited about that card, but I don't know. Or let me actually show you what it does again. Haven't seen it. Yeah, 6 man. So 5 generic, 1 blue artifact creature construct flying. Other artifact creatures you control have flying. When Cyberdrive Awakener enters the battlefield, until end of turn, each non-creature artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/4. So it just turns all your like treasure tokens or whatever into like 4/4 flyer. Your mana rocks, whatever. Your mana rocks, your I guess treasure tokens are mana rocks too. You know, your Ashnod's altar, what have you, or thing. You can attack people with it. Um, go back. It was Mech Titan Core, aka Voltron. March of Wretched Sorrow. Oh, foil Boseiju! Look at that! Oh my god, foil Boseiju! Yeah. Whoop. Look at that. Oh, sorry about the shaking. Um, I think just like Boseiju, right? I mean, there's like other really expensive cards I don't know offhand, but yeah, they go foil Boseiju. Yeah. I don't. So the thing with like collector's editions is like I don't think it matters as much. Like, oh really? Nice. But I don't think it matters as much now. Like with the land, like because like the thing is there's so many like full art lands nowadays. Oh hey there, Captain Albert. There's so many full art lands now that like there's like it's not as special as they used to be. Like the ones that are like really expensive, or like the ones that are like rare, and even those ones have like taken a hit. I mean, people have to like. I mean, there's probably some people that like open these or whatever for like whatever reason. I mean, well, not the, but like what happens likely is that there's people that open collector boosters because like they like to gamble, and then when they go to their store, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna sell you these basic lands," and then and then they end up going for like 50 cents or something. Because I remember when I actually remember when like foil unhinged basics were like expensive, but there's just so many different options now that like even like the foils are like way cheaper than they used to be. Experimental synthesizer. This is a card that gets played in standard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, artifact sack deck. Dokuchi Shadowwalker. Bloom Shrieker. I think this is like my favorite card from like Neon Kamigawa, but I rarely ever got to play like this card. I rarely ever got to play it. Spinning Wheel Kick. Always good to like your Death Touch creature. Year of Enlightenment. Upriser Renegades. Oh, his hair is even more epic in this one. Look at so that thing on the top, that's just his hair. His hair is like sticking out like that. That doesn't seem like that practical though. It's like it would like get in the way, I think, but I don't know. God bless Samurai. Moon Circuit Hacker. Yes, 2 Moon Circuit Hackers. Thousand Face Shadow. Research Thief. So 4 generic, 1 blue. Artifact creature, Moonfolk Wizard. Flash Flying. Whenever an artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's cool. See, like, you flash it in after blocks or whatever. Oh, another Boseiju. Damn. All the Boseijus. Not foil, but still Boseiju. And, Spring Leaf Avenger. I'm trying to look at it. Oh no, I can understand what it is. Like, the art made me think of, like, looking at it in the stream preview made me think it was like a pink horse, but no, it's not a pink horse. It's a bug man. Then Ryu Storm's Edge. If only the card was as good as its art. I mean, that art is pretty damn sweet, but you know, it's still a 3/3 for 4. A world where you do a lot better. Alright, that was half. That was half. We got there pretty quickly. Alright, start the next part. Alright, Crackling Emergence. Guardians of Oboro. Zumi Prowler. Essence Capture, which is actually a reprint from Ravnica Allegiance. It was like a Simic card. And they just like repurpose it as like, oh, it's a Moonfolk card. Follow Lord Konda. Gonjo Exemplar. Yukai Trainee. Blade Blizzard Kitsune. Fox Ninja. Oh man, 2/2 Double Striker. Moon Circuit Hacker. Oh hey, look at that. Foil Kaito. Remember when this card was getting played in like Modern and stuff? So I don't know if it's actually still getting yeah, I don't think this is getting played in Modern anymore. It's probably not getting played in like Standard. No, I guess it gets played in like Esper Legends. But they don't play this in like Grixis anymore, at least. Standard. They've kind of like moved on from it. Access denied, aka 404. Or is that no wait. 404 was before. Yeah, be generic, 2 blue, counter target spell, create X 1/1 colorless, stop their artifact creature tokens with flying, where X is that spell's mana value. Hey, Hidetsugo's consumes all. Not worth that much now, but I don't know, I thought this was like worth something for a little while, like it spiked for a bit. Because it was like really good versus like Luris decks. And Igonjo does see some play in constructed as well, like you know, white mid-range deck probably wants it. Bukatai Soul Ripper, token. Yeah, if anybody was near me and they said, "Oh, I want like some foil lands from your thing or whatever," like they knew me in person and stuff. I don't know. I I wouldn't really care as much. I could probably just give them some or whatever. Like do them in person. Just dealing with shipping and stuff is kind of like a pain. Short Circuit, Windscarred Crag, Discover the Impossible. This card has so much text on it, like when you consider what it actually does or whatever. It's like 3 mana. It's like a really weird cross between like an impulse and it also specifies instant spell with mana value 2 or less, which is like kind of hard. Like you have to build your deck with a lot of instants to actually get like the second part of this card to do something. Because like 3 mana for like slightly better impulse is not like, good enough. Orochi Merge Keeper. Modern Age. Mountain. Heir of the Ancient Fang. A Ganju Exemplar, Moon Snare Specialist. Like claw. Oh, it's like claws or something. Like wondering, what is his hand? They're like claws. Incroy's Infiltrator, Springleaf Avenger, Tanuki Transplanter, 3 generic, 1 green, artifact creature, equipment dog. Whenever Tanuki Transplanter or equipped creature attacks, add an amount of green mana equal to its power. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Reconfigure 3. Cool. March of Wretched Sorrow. Spirit Sister's Call. Oh man, this is super janky, but it has like a lot of text on it. But like if you can actually make there's a lot of potential to like break it theoretically, right? So Spirit Sister's Call. 3 generic, 1 white, 1 black enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with the chosen card. If you do, return the chosen card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gains. If this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. But this is a cool card. It probably has like memory issues playing it in paper because like there's probably gonna be some situation where you're playing this and then like you bring something back and you like forget like it had the text. I don't know. I mean, you could probably like mark it with like a counter. March of Wretched Sorrow. Construct token. I might just be like estimating how complicated it is to keep track of like one additional line of text on something. But I that's one thing that with me and like playing like paper magic is like I would just not be able to like remember all the different things anymore. Like all the different like attributes you have to like keep track of. So a lot in paper's all. Yeah, but I mean just because they make the card, I don't think it was that hard like 5 years ago, but it's just become extremely difficult now. Because like they keep like I think when as soon as they printed Ikoria, that's like when I started feeling like paper magic is like getting more like complicated. I mean it's like well what I thought specifically I was thinking like oh they're just trying to like encourage people to like play um digital magic like Magic Online or Magic Arena because then you don't have to like worry about like creature stacks with like mutate. I mean, theoretically, it shouldn't really be that hard to like remember what creature's on top, but you know, it could happen. Something greater Tanuki, which is like sort of like a fox, but they put named as a dog though in this game. I think it's because they don't want to have mono green foxes outside of Wolfine Goliath. Golden Tail Disciple, Dokuchi Silencer, Containment Construct. That was all. This was also like a fun like build around card. Like it was really good with Network Terminal and Modern Age and the Sky Swimmer Koi. It's like kind of like making a pseudo draw one every time you play. Every time you do discards with those cards. Chico's Reign of Truth, which does all again see standard play because of the enchantment deck. Forest. Sunblade Samurai, Heir of the Ancient Fang, Mukotai Ambusher, Zumi Prowler. Kind of cool. Is it like a yeah? It's like there's a rat. So you can see like on the chest of the rat, like the rat's chest. There's like a rat icon there, rat image. Ooh, foil Igonjo. Foil Igonjo, right? Ruthless Technomancer, 3 generic, 1 black. When Ruthless Technomancer enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature you control. If you do, create a number of treasure tokens equal to that creature's power. And then 2 generic, 1 black, sacrifice X artifacts. Return target creature card with power X or less from your graveyard or the battlefield. X can't be 0. Just get like some creature up to like 90 power and then like sack it for like a bunch of treasures and then do silly things with it. Hey, borderless carry. I don't think I've ever seen this get played in any constructed deck, but I mean it's cool looking at least. 6 mana 6/6 flyer. Just cool looking. Rysona Asari Commander. Ringly Avenger. And then yeah, token. Yeah, there's 3 packs left to go. We got 3 more chances at getting the Hitotsugo card. Dang, Ishigeki. This was a card I also like really underrated when I first started playing this deck. I was like thinking, oh, they've had 1/1 Death Touch for 1 in like a lot of sets, and they weren't like a high priority to like take it because usually like a 1/1 Death Touch for 1 is like there's usually ways of like easily neutralizing like an X1. You don't really value it too much, but like this card just had like the benefit of being in a ninjutsu set and an enchantment matter set. Intercessor's Arrest, which I think is like the best version of this card I've seen. Best version of this card I've seen in a while, at least common, anyways. Like best version of Arrest, I mean, a common. Like maybe you could argue Prison Sentence is a little better, but depends. Narika Yamazaki, the poet. Imperial Recovery Unit. Friending the Mobs. Planes. Aiko Yamazaki, the General. Upriser Renegades. Covert Technician. Yeah, I like the headpiece. It's cool. Mukatai Ambusher. Grab Welder. Because Goblin Welder was too OP. Myojin of Grim Betrayal. 5 generic, triple black. Myojin, legendary creature spirit. Myojin of Grim Betrayal enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter if you cast it from your hand. Remove an indestructible counter from Myojin of Grim Betrayal. Put onto the battlefield under your control all creature cards in all graveyards that were put there from anywhere this turn. Oh wow. So like you played this after like your board wipe or something like that. Pretty good. Invoke the Ancients. And Lion Sash. Which is cool. I think this card sees play in like Legacy. Like Death and Taxes. Like Death and Taxes goes like, oh, foil mirror. Oh my god, foil Fable and Mirror Breaker. Check that out. Damn, foil Fable. It's actually this block has been pretty good. Sorry, like moving it out of the camera, but there you go, foil Fable. Like this is definitely, I think this is like Fable is probably like one of the best cards they've like best cards as in like best cards they printed for constructed in like a few years, I think. And before someone says like, but what about like Shieldred and this other thing and or Traxa or whatever, and it's like I don't know. I'm just saying when you think about cards that are like good enough to get like good enough to get banned, but not quite good enough to get banned, I would say like Fable because it's just got like so much text on it that seems very innocuous. But then when you get like all of those abilities, it's pretty great. Like why would you like? It's like why like if you had the chance to play a Fable deck and construct it or a non-Fable deck, you probably want to be playing the Fable deck because it's just not good. Two more packs to go. All right, we got Washi Song Shaper, Cyber Trespassers, Hotshot Mechanic, When We Were Young. Is that like a song name? I feel like that was a song name, like the When We Were Young. Akiba Reckonerade. 17 lands, like top performer. Guardian of Oro. Reinforce Ronin. Dokuchi Silencer. Another Dokuchi Silencer. Ooh, Eater of Virtue. It looks cool at least. I mean, is this just better than well, it's not technically better than Bone Splitter because it actually does exile creatures that die with this equipped, and it might like you could argue like it's actually bad like if you're playing like say a Reanimator deck or something that cares that you have creatures in your graveyard, then you don't want to play Eater of Virtue. You play Bone Splitter over that, but it's just like it's very semantic. Silk Guard. So X and green instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures you control. Auras, equipment, and modified creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Oh, that's cool. So it's like Strive, but it's an instant, and it also gives hexproof. Okay. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa. And Chibi's Hirobi. And a foil Igonjo of Rising. Alright, last pack. So this is the one that has the Hitotsugo in it. I believe it. It's gonna have the Hitotsugo in it, and then I'm gonna get the check from Ed McMahon also. Okay, Moon Snare prototype. Network terminal. Runaway trash bot. Silver Fur Master. Azusa's Many Journeys. Forest. Imperial Subduer. I barely know her. Another Imperial Subduer. That's also a really big hat. It was like, would your head like be strained from having such a big hat? I don't know. But Ink Prize Infiltrator. Bang Shigeki. Teaching the Kirin. Universal Surveillance. X, blue, sorcery, improvise, draw X cards. So it's like, it's just better than Brain Geyser. Wait, no, actually Brain Geyser was double blue and X. But so it's like, it's a little bit worse than Brain Geyser, but if you have like a ton of artifacts, draw a ton off of this card. Fighting Palm Ninja. Tatsunari Toad Rider. What's going on? Like I can't even like see. Well, maybe. Okay, I guess the toad is actually like the thing in the left side of the card, whether that's a toad, but it's hard to tell. Yeah. And then lizard blades, lizard wizard. Kind of cute looking, the lizard blade. Look at that. Oh man, do you want to just take it home? Okay. That was the end. That was the last pack. Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah, like I said, got stable in the mirror breaker. Um, Boseiju, the foil Boseiju. I got like the foil dragon and then Otawara and a couple Otawaras. I don't know. It's probably gotta be something, right? Those cards. I think they'd be worth something, but thanks everyone for like stopping by the stream today to check out the box opening. And I will be doing some more of these box openings in the future. So just anyways, let me just like pick up the